and today we are going to be talking about knee pain. Now, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, what is a chiropractor doing talking about knee pain? Chiropractors only deal with backs, right? Actually, what I do in our office is we actually see just as many extremity patients, whether that's knees, shoulders, ankles, that we do backs here. And one of the things that we really take pride in is actually diagnosing why your knee is hurting. Now with knees, there's lots of different reasons why your knees might be hurting. You know, you might have a extreme injury like a torn ACL, in which case there's not a whole lot we can do, right? But what we can do is figure out how susceptible you are to those types of injuries, such as ACL tears or extra pressure on the knees that you don't need. And what we do is we really dig in and figure out what's causing those issues. So what we're going to talk about today is kind of both those things. What can cause extra pressure on the knee, as well as what makes you more susceptible to those ACL injuries, right? And when we're talking about ACL injuries, what I mean is not the contact injuries, you know, if someone slides into your knee. It's the non-contact ones, the ones where you're playing basketball, you go up for a rebound and you come down and tear your ACL, okay? So we're talking about the non-contact ACL injuries. So we're going to talk about stabilizing muscles, all right? Basically, your body kind of works like an X shape for stabilizing muscles, right? You either use these muscles, which is your quads and low back, or you use these muscles, the opposite side of the X, which is your glutes, hamstrings, abs, right? Now, ideally, everyone would use glutes, hamstrings, abs, because those are your bigger, thicker, stabilizing muscles. They can be a lot stronger than all the rest of the muscles too. And the best part about that is, if you're using those muscles, the pressure on your knees is quite significantly lower than if you use those quads and low back, okay? Now, if you're using quads and low back, it can cause two things that no one wants, right? It can cause knee pain from the quad pulling down that knee, or it can cause low back pain, which is also kind of a unknown commodity around the world, and the fact that a low back injury can be a day, it can be a year, it can be multiple years that you're hurting. So what we do at our office is we do a lot of testing to figure out exactly how we can switch those muscle groups if you are using the wrong ones. If we're able to do that, not only will you be a lot stronger as far as knee stabilization goes, but you'll actually be more explosive as an athlete or as a weekend warrior athlete too, okay? The other thing I always like to tell people is the knee is a joint, all right? And chiropractors can adjust pretty much any joint in the body. We do adjust knees just like we adjust shoulders and ankles and feet, right? So maybe you just need a knee adjustment. It brings me up to a really fun story. It's actually a personal story because it dealt with my mom. It was right out of school. You know, one of the first adjustments, I guess I would say, that I ever gave was a knee adjustment on my mom. And she'd been having knee pain for 2-3 years at that point. Didn't really know what was causing it. And I adjusted her knee. And I remember her just breaking down in tears. And I was like, oh, what did I do? You know, did I hurt her somehow? What's the matter? And she was crying in joy because it was the first time in 3 years that she didn't have knee pain. And it really kind of opened my eyes into what chiropractic could do. You know, chiropractic isn't just for backs. It can be for knees or any other extremities too. So what I would suggest is, let's see what's causing your knee pain and see if chiropractic can help you out. So give us a call, 970-232-9258. We'd love to help you out.